Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fist of Fury 69-2, and welcome to another tank review. Yeah, sorry I was late, guys, of doing this review. It's been a while. I've been sick, and figures when I come back, I'm even more sick. Because now we got a Tier 6 Japanese Tiger, or as they call it, Heavy Tank Note or No 6. In case you're wondering, yes, I have played it, so people don't in the comments say like, wait, this isn't your first time playing it. It's like, there's a mark right there. Yeah, I've been playing this tank, and to be honest with you, I don't really like it too much. I mean, yeah, I have a mark. You would be saying like, well, Fury, you have a mark. You must have played something. You must like it. Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't like the gun depression, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's first get into this. Let's dive right into this. Let's talk about its armor. Now, the armor itself is like a traditional Tiger. You got basically 121 millimeters by the gun mantlet where the space armor is, right where the centerpiece. Then you got the whole damn tank itself only has 100 millimeters. All the underbelly is like 95. The top plate is basically the same as 100 millimeters. And the head itself is 120 because if you add that little millimeter of armor there, plus that, it's a lot more stronger. So, now we got, let's see, then you got basically the whole tank side is complete garbage. You got like nearly 80 millimeters of side on every side. The rear end is even weaker to nearly like almost 8, like pretty much like 79 almost. The whole head itself is weak because it's a flat turret part, but then again, that's no stranger to a German Tiger. Underneath the tracks is even more weak. You got pretty much 51 millimeters of armor. So basically shooting the tracks, you're going to get hit hard. Then basically the tracks itself are basically 30 millimeters. Gun mantlet and the top part of the commander's hatch is also that much as well. Then you got the whole entire roof piece that's literally 21 millimeters. Not good against artillery. Now let's talk about what its package is. Horsepower, 650. It's a lot weaker, but I'll get into that detail in a minute. Power ratio, 11.41. Top speed, 40. Top rotating speed, 12. Chance of fire, 20. Yeah, it's not... I'll save it all a little bit at the end. Reloading time, 7, which is not good. Aiming time, 2.30. Accuracy at 100 millimeters, 0.38 millimeters. Maximum range, 720. Not bad. Maximum elevation, 15. Maximum depression, 8. Not bad, like I said. Rotating speed, 26 diameters. Terrain resistance is 1.2, 1.4, 2.9. Viewing range, 370. And rotation speed, 20. Yeah. Radio signal, or single range, is 620. Ammo is basically, here I'll show you, all here. And even a bigger spot, all here. Making it very easily ammo racked in some cases. Alright. The driver is right here. The accuracy guy is right here. The reloader is right there. And And your radio man is right there. And obviously, last but not least, Commander sitting in that lovely Commander's hatch. So, let me slow it down to show you. Driver here, accuracy guy here, radio man here, gunner, well, reloader here, and Commander here. So there you go. Let's talk about the bullets now. And here we go. This is where I want to talk heavily about. Okay, armor piercing. Damage 165 to 275. The penetration is 109 to 181. Oh. And the cost of the bullet for one shell is 240. That's one bullet, but it's like AP composite grids, which is like, you know, APCR. Damage is the same. Pen is 146 to 243. Oh boy. High explosive is 203 to 338, but the pen is 33 to 55. And the price of bullet is 180. Oh, sorry. And the combat grids is 3,200. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I'm still sick, so I went through it as quickly as possible, so my apologies. But let me tell you one thing about this tank. This tank is beyond a doubt not that good. How? Let me explain it. It's exactly like the Tiger 131, but even worse. Here, let me pull that out real quick. Tier 7s. Yeah. Because anyone's not a stranger to the Tiger 131. I haven't reviewed it yet, but let's just say the turret rotation is the same, and somewhat the speed is the same. Only a little bit less. This tank, I don't know what the fuck Wargaming was thinking, to be honest with you, but there are several problems with this tank. As you already probably tell of your world tanks, let me break it down to you real quick. Okay, the first problem. The main bullets on this gun sucks. It's just a fucking 109 to 881, which is fine for its tier. But if you look on the top right corner, right there where it says press A to roll out, plays up to a tier 8, which is another problem. Why the fuck is this tank in a tier 8 match? I mean, why? I mean, this gun is already bad enough. I mean, it's like, can't we just fight it into a tier 7? Then it'll be fine, because basically what this gun is capable of is fighting 6s and 7s, which is fine. However, though, the fucking pen is beyond a doubt not good. So why the fuck is it going up against Tiger 2s? Why the fuck is it going up against a T-28 Proto? Why the fuck is it going up against an IS-3? Yes, you could probably still pen it with the premium rounds, but that's fucking going to be tricky as all hell. Especially how slow it is. Like, for example, let me find a tank real quick. Why couldn't it have been like the TOG? If you look at the TOG real quick, I'll just look at this real quick to tell you what I'm talking about. The TOG has way more millimeters of pen. It does like, you know, 128 to 214 for its standard rounds, and premium rounds is 179 to 299. And I get it. I know why it only plays up to this tier. It only plays up to a 7, which that makes sense because this tank does die a lot, so it makes sense to put it into a 7. But here, the heavy type Japanese Tiger, it makes no sense. So, not only do you have a great armor, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this tank. I wouldn't have a mark on it if I haven't kept playing it. But I hate the fact that it goes up to 8s. There is no reason to go up to 8s. Unless you want to get... It's basically saying like, oh, we need something to make them die a lot. What do we need? Let's put them into a tier fucking 8 with a slow-moving tank that has hardly no camouflage. Yeah, this tank has hardly no camouflage whatsoever. I had to put camouflage on it and trying to train my crew up to where I could see farther. But I found out quick that there's another problem since you looked at the review I'll talk about. This gun cannot shoot long range as an 88. I know. Every Tiger person that knows every Tiger tank in this game is slapping themselves in the face. This gun is the worst at shooting long range. It's probably the worst Tiger tank to shoot long range in the game I have ever seen. Now you're probably wondering, well, Fury, come on, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's an 88. I'm sure you're over-exaggerating. Oh, really? Okay, first of all, if you shoot normal rounds, which is premium tank, you're trying to make money, so you want to shoot whatever's your standard rounds. It's 109. When you shoot a bullet at long range, your bullet depression and also your fucking pen goes down. That's why the bullet drops to the ground or anything like that. So you got 109 shooting at maybe, like, for example, a KV-1. You can pen it, yes, but all he has to do is block your shot is just the angle. Now, that seems fine for a lot of people because, yeah, having a Tiger with an actual 88 cannon like the Tiger 131 would be fucking terrifying. And I get it, they had to balance it out. But the thing is, though, I wouldn't mind all these nerfs if it did not play up to a tier 8. Like, that one would be fine. There's no reason for an 8. And don't say damage or anything like that. I get that. But here's another reason why it should not be in an 8. Your only health is 950 since you already know about the horsepower and stuff. Making this not only the worst tank at long range to snipe at something for a Tiger tank, not like all together, like just for a Tiger tank alone, it also has the weakest health in the game. Every Tiger I know has 1,500 health, which I see that fine. Which is fine. I accept that for this tier 6. Because having that much health in a tier 6 game would be a huge problem. But the thing is why I'm mad about this is because you go up against 8s. 8s that do 360 a shot. Meaning that 3 shots, if one a high roll, will fucking devastate you. Which, I wouldn't mind fighting 7s, I wouldn't mind fighting 6s with it. But to have it in a tier 8 where they could do 300 and fucking smackaroos on you is beyond a doubt fucking bullshit. There's no way you could dodge it. And it's not like most medium tanks. Sorry I'm dragging this on, guys, but I'm really getting pissed off at Wargaming bringing these crappy-ass pen tanks into a tier that does not belong in. Like, for example, Fury. I know the Fury plays up to a tier 8, but there's a reason why. It's got the speed, and it's also got the flanking maneuvers. It's got the speed, rotating speed, it's got the gun to do it. I mean, yes, it's not great, but it will get the job done for some people. The Knight probably has the thing. Like, it has a 75mm, which is hard to snipe if you don't have a good crew in it, which is fine with no equipment. It's fine. But it's still fast, it's able to maneuver, and it's able to outrun a heavy tank's gun. And even if you don't have a heavy tank that outmaneuvers, you got like things like the British tank that has very good penning guns for a slow-moving tank. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, I wouldn't mind playing in a tier 8 if the bullets were good. Now, I get it. There's a lot of tanks that are tier 6 premium tanks or tier 6s that cannot pen highly that much, too. But the thing is, though, this is supposed to be a premium tank. This is supposed to be helping you make money, crew training, while playing the game. And I'm going to show you these problems in these games. I'm going to play the 3 battles. I'm not going to go by first victory and stop. I'm going to go all 3 battles. And I'm going to show you the reason why it doesn't work well in an 8. Now, don't get me wrong. If I show a good match and I survive it, that's fine. But the concept is if an average player plays it, this is what their gameplay is going to be like if they try to outmaneuver and flank. But the thing is, though, that was tier 8 battles. Well, anyway, I'll stop postponing it. Let us get into the battle. I'll see you on the battlefield.
射撃本部隊長 天に変わりて不義を打つ中有無双の我が兵は観光の声に送られて今沿いで立つ父母の国片ずばい来て帰らじと地高心の勇ましさ
あるいは草に伏し隠れあるいは水に飛び入って万死恐れず敵情視察しかれる石膏兵肩にかかれる一軍の暗記はいかに重からん
道なき方に道をつけ
Okay guys, we're back now. As you can see in the tank, it's kinda hard to use. I mean, you just saw me using it as best of my abilities. during those 3 matches, but it was like really hard to get anywhere good in it. I mean, 2 matches, great, I did pretty good, but the last one, it was very hard to do. To get this tank, I've already bought it, so it's not like I can show you how much it is, but it's basically a $30 tank, because if you go to the gold thing, it's pretty much sums it up where it is right there. And to me, how much, like, is it worth it? Sorry, guys. There it is. Yeah, and you're probably saying, is it worth $30? No. Honestly, it's hard to describe it, because I know a lot of people out there just saw the video and then they're going to say, well, the tank is not bad, Fury. You just showed it. It could be decent when you know how to use it. Yes, but that was because of pure luck. I mean, you saw me got hit with the Scorpion and almost got killed in 1 shot. I mean, that was just a fluke of a shot. And it still has a hard time fighting those tiers. Because not to mention, you have the damage of a Tiger with a longer reload. So you have to deal with that, plus also deal with tier 8s with armor. I got lucky because I had a group with me distracting them. If I was 1v1ing an 8, yeah, I would be totally dead. But that says for any tank. But yeah, I don't think this tank is worth getting, guys. I mean, yeah, I could see some people liking it, but I can also see why there's not many tanks. Like when I played this tank, nobody bought it. I mean, this is maybe a waste of time for me, but it was like I saw hardly nobody owning this tank. So this Wargaming, you got some huge problems on the first day you brought this tank out, and there's hardly nobody driving it. You got major problems with this tank, and it's probably because of that matchmaking. So the final verdict I have to give this tank, and people are going to hate me for this, it will be literally a 5 out of 10. The reason why I say 5 out of 10 is because it's average. It goes against 8s. I mean, no. It goes against 6s real good. It goes against 7s okay. But 8s are ridiculously hard. The turret head is slow. There's no space armor. There's nothing for the gun to pen at long range. And you saw me got lucky with the shots, but I still had some problems with the gun, making it harder to shoot long range if you don't have a good crew like myself. And it's slow, very slow. So it's great in its tier, not great in an 8. So obviously 5 out of 10 would suffice for this tank. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the review and stuff, and please leave in the comments below of what other tanks you may want me to review on this channel, so that way I'll give you a better idea of what the design of the tank is for, how to play it a little bit better, and probably how to maneuver it pretty well in that tank that you guys may have problems with. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you comrades in the next video. Bye guys.